All right, welcome aspirants. Today, we're diving into a topic that's, well, a real game changer for your exams, India's geospatial revolution. We're going to walk through this step by step in chronological order from 2022 right up to 2024. The goal here is to break down all the key milestones so you get a really clear picture of this super dynamic sector.
Okay, let's jump right in with a number you absolutely have to remember. 63,100 crore rupees. Yeah, that's a big one. That's the projected size of India's geospatial economy by 2025. And get this, it's growing at a whopping 12.8%. Just that number alone tells you how massive this is, both economically and strategically. So you can see why this is so important.
So, before we go any further, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What is geospatial technology, anyway? Well, the simplest way to think about it is, it's the science of where. It's all about the tools, you've probably heard of them, like GIS, GPS, remote sensing, that collect and analyze geographic data. It basically lets us create these intelligent maps that help us see patterns and plan things out based on location. Super powerful stuff.
All right, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll kick off with the big picture, then we'll do a year-by-year breakdown, 2022, 2023, and 2024, to see how everything unfolded. And of course, we'll wrap up with the key takeaways for your exams. This chronological flow should be perfect for structuring your answers.
So let's rewind to 2022. This is really where our story kicks into high gear. This wasn't just any year. It was a landmark year. The year India basically stepped onto the global stage and said, hey, look at what we're doing in geospatial. It was all about showcasing our ambitions to the world.
And I mean, just look at the scale of this. The second UN World Geospatial Information Congress, hosted right here in Hyderabad. We're talking over 2,000 delegates from around 120 countries. This was way more than just a conference. It was India planting its flag, making a clear statement that we're ready to lead the global conversation in this field.
Now, check out the theme, Geo-enabling the global village. No one should be left behind. This is a golden nugget for your mains answers. Seriously, why? Because it ties in perfectly with India's whole vision of inclusive development, Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. It frames technology not just as a tool, but as a tool for empowering everyone.
And you know, even before all the big policies were formally rolled out, this tech was already making waves. I mean, look at these examples. Managing the COVID-19 pandemic, mapping over 45 lakh kilometers of rural roads. Geospatial technology was already a huge part of governance, already making a real, tangible difference in people's lives.
Okay, so that was 2022. Now let's jump forward to 2023. This is where things get really interesting. The government took all that energy and ambition from the previous year and started to formalize it, to build a solid structure around it. You could say 2023 was the year of the grand plan.
And this brings us to a really important keyword for your exams, the troika. Now, this isn't just some fancy jargon. It's a fundamental shift in strategy. Think of it as three powerful streams, space policy, drone policy, and geospatial policy, all converging into one mighty river. The idea is that together, they're way more powerful than they would be on their own.
And because we all love a good memory aid for exams, right? Here's a simple mnemonic to lock this in, GDS. Just think Geospatial Data Services. G is for Geospatial Policy. That's what liberalized data access. D is for drone rules, opening the doors for commercial use. And S is for Space Policy, bringing in private players. GDS. Easy to remember, right?
And the impact of all this, it's not just about cool tech or strategy. It's about jobs, real economic impact. I mean, look at this chart. The sector is expected to more than double its employment, from 5 lakh people in 2021 to over 10 lakh by 2025. That's incredible growth, and it's a direct result of this new, open, innovative environment.
Okay, time for another mnemonic to help you remember the sheer range of applications. Let's use the word SAGAR, which, as you know, means ocean. It's a great way to remember the vast ocean of possibilities here. So, S for SVAMITVI, the Rural Property Card Scheme. A for UMROOT, which is all about urban planning. G for the massive Gata Shakti Infrastructure Plan. And R for rural roads. SAGAR, covering land, cities, and infrastructure.
All right, that brings us to 2024. So, if 2023 was about making the plan, 2024 is all about putting that plan into action. The focus shifts big time from just policy on paper to building a real, working ecosystem on the ground. This is, as they say, where the rubber meets the road. And this timeline really tells the story, doesn't it? You can see the logical flow. It starts with the policy launch at the end of 2022, then in 2023, the Troika concept really takes hold. By 2024, the focus is on strengthening the governance and then bringing everyone together in workshops. It's a clear, fast-paced journey from idea to implementation.
Now, one of the most critical pieces of infrastructure being built right now is something called the CORES network. CORES stands for Continuously Operating Reference Stations. Think of it like this. If geospatial data is going to be used for everything, you need a super accurate foundation. The CORES network is that foundation. It's a pan-Indian network of high-precision GPS stations that basically acts as the national backbone, making sure all location data is accurate and consistent no matter where you are.
Here's another keyword from 2024 for you, Operation Dronagari. This is a fantastic example of the Troika in action. It's all about taking that synergy between drones and geospatial tech and applying it to solve real-world problems. In agriculture, in infrastructure, in transportation, it's about moving from theory to tangible results.
So, when you connect all the dots, from that big UN conference to the Troika policy to building the CORES network, what's the big picture? It all ties back to one core idea, Atman Bar Bharat, a self-reliant India. The ultimate goal is to empower Indian companies and startups to build, use, and innovate with our own geospatial data, making us globally competitive.
All right, let's switch gears. This next part is probably the most important one for your revision. We're going to pull everything together, all the key terms, facts, and figures, into a quick, high-density guide. So you might want to get ready to take some notes.
Okay, first up, the key policies and jargon. You've got the National Geospatial Policy 2022, that's the foundation. Then the Troika, that's the integrated strategy of space, drone, and geospatial. The whole thing is driven by the vision of Atman Bar Bharat. Remember, the UNWGIC was held in Hyderabad. The COS network is all about accuracy, and Operation Dronagari is about practical application. Got it?
Next, the numbers. These are absolute gold for your prelims. The economy is projected to hit over 63,100 crore rupees by 2025. The growth rate, 12.8%. Employment is set to cross 10 lakh. And for specific schemes, remember, Swamitwa has mapped over 2.8 lakh villages, and we've mapped over 45 lakh kilometers of rural roads. These facts will make your answers stand out.
And finally, the major government initiatives. Make sure you know what each one does. SVMITVA is for rural property records. PM Gati Shakti is that huge national master plan for infrastructure. AMRIT helps plan our cities. Namami Gange uses this tech to manage river basins. And DLRMP is all about digitizing our land records. Each one is a great example of this tech in action.
And with that, our chronological journey comes to an end. But I want to leave you with a question to think about, something perfect for those analytical parts of your exam. As India really builds out this geospatial ecosystem, how is this data-driven approach truly going to transform governance and the daily lives of citizens over the next decade? Something to really chew on. We really hope this structured breakdown helps you with your preparation. And hey, for more deep dives on other topics that are crucial for your exams, please do check out the other explainers on our channel.
If you found this useful, a quick like, share, and subscribe would mean the world to us. It really helps us make more content just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and truly all the best for your exams.